welcome to my channel and welcome to Propst Farm. Today I'm mining North Carolina rubies and sapphires and I will show you how I do it. Let's go. You guys, I haven't even had time to set up the sifter yet to get anything out of the truck, and I see a huge piece on the surface. I'm so excited. It rained. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom in 1 minute. You guys. So like I was saying, it has been pouring for the last day and a half, which is awesome for surface finds like this. A lot less awesome for digging, but that's as big as any of my chunky pieces from the last video. What a cool start. I'm gonna walk the rest of this loop and see what else I can find. Spend like 2 minutes probably. Just found another one. This is awesome. This is super cool. I'm gonna wash these up in a minute after I finish my little lap up here and show you what they look like, but wow, sweet. Huge chunk of a hex. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right. I've made it. I mean, I found my first piece right there. I've made it this far. Wow. Well, I made it about halfway around this pile and I still have these 3 pieces. So I'm gonna finish my lap and clean up whatever I found and show you guys. The clay dirt here is tough to get off rocks, and we have found that using a brass bristle brush does the trick a lot faster than a toothbrush and doesn't leave scratches on the rocks, since brass is about a 3 or a 4 on the Mohs hardness scale and sapphires are a 9. Here they are, all cleaned up. I'm not seeing a ton more color on any of them. They're looking like kind of tan, pale pinks, but I mean, the shape and size is awesome. That's cool enough that I don't need color to go with these. Oh, shoot. Doing this all with one hand is kind of hard. It's a cool, almost a whole, well, more like a half hex disc. And then this one, which is super interesting because it's got the hexagon shape. I was only able to catch sheen on one of the planes on it, and I can't really see any color, but awesome start to the trip. Here is the start of our dig site. We're trying to work right behind where our hole from the last trip was. I'm already seeing a big full stuck in the ground root, which is a great sign of untouched dirt and hopefully where we will be able to find some big gems. I think I'm seeing a tiny sapphire poking out of the dirt. Yep. It's not quite as exciting as the huge finds, but I feel like I'm seeing a tiny bit of blue in that already. I still haven't started digging. I took another walk and I picked these 4 pieces from by that little structure. These are the biggest surface finds that I have had in a while, and it's such a cool sign that chunky corundum like this is all over the farm, not just in one place. I'm finding this stuff everywhere. New handful of surface finds in the bucket. Shoot, I stopped the time lapse to show you this one that we found and thought was a sapphire, but this looks like a tube-shaped piece of quartz. Nuts. We got one. This would be Dad's first of the day. An awesome tube. Yeah. Do you mind if I take that in the sun real quick? I feel like it might have some cool color. Not like we'll be able to tell with the dirt. Yeah, can't tell with the dirt, but that's a great hexagon tube shape. Exactly what you're looking for out here. 30 seconds later. Came out of the same sifter. Oh yeah, that is a speck of blue. And I'm picking up the sheen. Awesome. Oh, we are so in the right spot. This is a great example of a piece of corundum in the wild. A nice little hex tube, just sitting right on top of the dirt. Looks like a light pink tan. Maybe a speck of blue in the middle, but cool. I haven't quite been updating with all the finds, but we are consistently finding them while we're sifting. Once again, I'll have a nice long section at the end of the video where all these are cleaned up and filmed and photographed, so you'll be able to see all of our finds.
On it and everything, it's a big one. Yeah, that's definitely busted.
Sweet.
Oh,
Nice.
That's
the light shows through it too.
awesome.
That's, yeah, I got pretty color already. Gorgeous.
I love the stepping. That's nice.
Super cool. That is a chunky piece. Wow. Where'd this come from? The sifter?
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll show you right where that one came from. These big uninterrupted roots show undug dirt. I dug a shovel out of the side and down the bottom, and that is exactly where that big rock came from. About 30 seconds later, here we go. I just started scraping the inside of that wall with the shovel, and it popped right out. I think you can see the hole still. I see a few little rocks still stuck inside the wall that I'm gonna keep scratching out with the shovel and hope they turn out as cool as this one. Nice. Couple seconds later, pulled this one out. Seen blue in that, which I always love. Woo!
It's a T.
Oh, look at that. You found the cluster.
That's
it's going through it.
neat. Yeah.
Look at that.
Dude.
Looks like
Those
a fairy
Kai's
stone.
find from
You know what I
way
mean?
back
Fairy
there.
stones?
Yes.
Yeah.
But freaking corundum.
Got another surface picked cluster. That one is beautiful. Pink with a little bit of blue in one of the pieces. Yeah. It's a super cool find. So it's the middle of the day. We've been heads down digging for a while. And look what just came out. Beautiful hexagon tube. Oh yeah, that one feels heavy. Oh, super cool. Out of the same side we've been grabbing everything else from. We're trying to get as much of that dirt as we can and sift it. I'm sitting in the hole right now. I was scratching at this corner of the wall where we keep finding our good ones, and let me show you what I think I just found. That right there looks like the edge of something big sticking out. Really hoping it's corundum and not quartz, but I'll set you up and excavate this.
They're digging a deep hole now.
Go for it. So I actually grabbed the stone next to it, and that's a sapphire. Yeah, check that blue out, right up there at the corner. Super cool. Back to getting this one out. Yeah. Yep, that is a little sapphire. I mean, big, but not quite the tube I was hoping for in there. That's still super cool. I found a few other tiny pieces scratching up that corner, but nothing quite as cool as the first two. Just laying on the top of the ground. That is my biggest piece of the day. It's got a corner of blue. That might be my biggest piece in general. Let me find some sunlight. 1 second. Whoa. That's beautiful. The pink side. That's gonna be crazy washed up.
As it should
Right
be.
here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
On the ground.
Thinking, that's crazy. Look, you can see like, the
Kai's like,
clumpier bits.
did I dig that?
Seriously.
No, I didn't dig
I was
this
looking at the
part.
remnants of that hole. I'm gonna
Whoever
have to keep
digged it, I
digging
didn't
around.
dig that part.
Ooh.
That's the best cluster I've seen since the one I've got. And it could be better depending on.
Here this thing is cleaned up. I don't have any words. That was laying on the surface. Got several chunks of blue. It's got kyanite attached here and here. It's a very, very cool cluster. The sun went completely back away, but it's got a chatoyance over the surface. Oh, I can't wait to get a video of that in better lighting. Sweet. All right, the sun came out just for a second. I'm gonna show this thing off. My guess would be that it's around 500 carats. Maybe a little more. Just gorgeous. Feels wrong to just put this in my corundum container with everything else. Yeah, I'm actually gonna put it in the car. Yeah. Yeah, I'm understanding the specimen display place in the truck now. That's hilarious. I was gonna put it in the bucket with everything else, and I looked at it and I couldn't. Back in the truck so I can keep digging for a couple more hours. It's about 5 o'clock. We are still digging and sifting away, and we're finding some cool small pieces. Ooh, like this. That looks like a pretty color hiding under there. Nothing else quite like that last crazy surface find, but lots of awesome small stuff. Our bucket of rocks to take home and wash and sort more is 2/3 of the way full, which is great. I'm not quite sure how much longer we have for today. are packing up for the day and heading out. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow for lots more digging. Let me show you what I found today. As you can see, that is an incredible pile of stones. I know not all of them are corundum. I'm gonna fully wash all of them up when I get home, I think. It takes a while and I don't really want to waste time in the field on a day like this. I know there's like a couple pieces of quartz in there like that. I'm not fully sure what that is, but this giant chunk is corundum. I'm already seeing blue in several pieces. And my biggest surface find isn't even in there, that's in the car. I am thrilled. I can't wait to see what we find tomorrow. Oh, is that tube?
This is a different one.
Oh.
Tube's already in there.
Whoa! Where did that one come from?
Last third sifter.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome, yeah.
Look at that blue speckles in there.
For sure. Oh, I didn't even know that one had popped out. That's gorgeous.
Oh, wait.
Last find of the day. Maybe. Whoa! Is that even more blue?
I believe it is.
Whoa! And chatoyance that I'm picking up on camera. Pink, white, blue, and chatoyance. Love it. Got one more of my dad's finds to show you guys. Oh yeah, lots of blue in that one too. How cool. I cleaned up anything I thought I saw blue in, and you will not believe this. These colors are gorgeous. The patterns in that one along with the blue. Whew. I love this. The shape and the blue. I've been after a piece like this but bigger. But I love this. Colors in that are stunning. I feel like I haven't found too many with this much blue out here myself. These ones don't have as much blue, but they are chunky. And this one's got a lot of pink in it. It's got a pink like shell and then a more tan white core. I kind of have a collection of pieces like that going now. How cool. Now the rest I will wash and show you later. It is 5:40 and we're officially headed out. We're gonna go get dinner, check into the hotel, and be up bright and early to keep mining. See you guys then. I was displaying my new rock in the sun when I noticed that it lit up just in the sun. This is the huge one. It's about 8 a.m. and we are back at the farm for day 2 of mining. First find of the day is this piece. I saw a sheen on that little face right there. The shape looks very much like a short, chunky hexagon tube. Oops. And it's very heavy. It's very heavy for its size. So I'm gonna call that one corundum. I don't think the time-lapse footage really shows how difficult it is to move this much dirt. So here's a nice close-up video of some of the dirt being moved. I was sitting in the car and look what was brought over to me. Apparently the last little rock left in that sifter. Awesome. I took a quick walk back over to that spot I found my big cluster yesterday. This has to be right next to where I found that one. Just right on the surface. Beautiful pink. Just right here in this back corner where not much is usually found. Look what we got. Another nice corundum slice in there. Wow, very shiny face. I'm gonna walk it into the sun. Very pretty. This looks like about as deep as the hole for this trip is gonna get. We're about to take our sifter and put it over top of the hole and then sift some of the dirt pile that we dug out back into it so it fills it up as we are continuing to sift. If any of you decide to come here, remember to fill your holes in before you leave. Still working on filling the hole back in, and I'm going through the sifter. Here's a nice little tube. Sweet. We got our hole in the front all filled in. It's about 2:30 and we're about to head out back where I surface picked my first one and dig another small hole and see what we can find. Here's the digging situation we've started out back. We'll see how long this lasts. This is where we're wrapping up for the day. It's our final little hole in the back. We didn't find too much, but it was fun. Time to fill it all back in and hit the road. We were about to pick up the sifter and throw it back in the hole when I figured I'd pick up this one that looked kind of funny. This is beautiful. This is one of the best pieces I found today. Hopefully we can still wrap it up because we are out of energy, but now we know there are rocks in this hole. Uh-oh. This is not one of my finds. We were getting in the car to head out and Kai came up from the back with this beautiful chunk. He is 5 feet deep back there and he just started hitting pieces, but they are all nice. They're all big. Sweet. Here's the hole that came out of. He just started finding pieces at the very bottom. I haven't even
sift through that. I'll sift it. Maybe
That
today
is
or maybe
brutal
even
work.
tomorrow, you know?
This is my full bucket from the trip. These are going to be beautiful, cleaned up. I'll be back soon with some more footage of that. What's up everyone? It is the Monday after our weekend of rock hounding. I am back in my studio and we're about to clean up our finds and show you. But before I did that, I wanted to give you a quick kind of rundown on Propst Farm. So it's located in central North Carolina, and if you want to go, you have to go to the Propst Farm Facebook page, look at the details of the page, and find Ron's phone number. He's the landowner. All you have to do is text or call him to schedule a date. Once you get there, you pay $40. You pick somewhere to dig in the dirt, not in his grass, you know. You dig your hole, you find your rocks, fill your hole in at the end of the day, and that's that. Keep in mind, this really is his backyard. This is not a public mine by any means. So treat it with respect. Like, really fill in your holes, really take your trash, be kind to people you meet there. Supplies are not provided for you, so you'll need to bring your own shovels, sifters, gloves, anything that you want to dig, go ahead and bring it. I included a lot of the supplies in this video, but if you want a more concise list, I actually sell a rock hounding course on my website. I'll link that in the description too, but that has a full list of all the supplies that could be helpful when rock hounding and lots of tips. That really should be about it. If I missed anything, feel free to ask in the comments below, but I think that about covered it. So I will go clean up our rocks and show you guys. I'm so excited. Here's the full collection from our weekend at Propst. These are my specimen pieces, my cuttable pieces, some extras, and my dad's. I'm gonna show you some of my favorites a bit closer up in the sun and then inside under a flashlight so you can really see the colors. I just have to start with this one. This is that huge specimen piece that I surface picked. It's mainly a ruby. It's got sapphire spots all over it and two big sections of kyanite. This is easily the coolest specimen I have from there. And I literally got to pick it up right off the surface. I still need to clean it up a bit better, but just gorgeous. This one is actually my first find from the trip. That huge one that I picked up that was also just sitting on the ground, that was this. And I have scrubbed it, but it didn't get too much of the dirt off. That's more fused onto this one. I might have to just slice it and see what's inside. Next, I've got this one. This actually might have been my last find of the day when we were out back. It has incredible color. I'm excited to see this one with the flashlight. The shape is perfect too. It's like an ideal chunky hex tube. This one's awesome as well. Nice tan with a pink shell. I don't know why so many of the stones at Propst grow with that color pattern, but I love them. Add it to the collection. This is a cool one just because it's got some blue on it. The shape isn't great for cutting. It's very thin in some places, but I love the blue on those corners. This one's actually a similar color zoning, but a cuttable shape. It's a lot chunkier. I'll have to really work down to a cool looking facet, but I like that a lot. Next, I've got just some little tubes. I think this one would be cuttable. It's a pretty color, but I kind of just like them as specimens. They're cool. Next up, I've got this one. I'm not exactly sure when I found this, but this side is a very, very gemmy pink. I'd be interested to see what I could cut out of that. Now I've got some fun pieces with lots of blue in them. This was one of my best trips for finding blues, and I'm super, super excited about some of these pieces. And that one's got a huge section of blue in the middle. This one is just super unique color zoning. I'm not sure if it's picking up, but it's very cool looking. This one is tiny, but like gemmy looking blue. I'm excited to try to cut that. I know I can, but very small. This one is very interesting to me. It's brown, it's super dark, but I can see blue all throughout the middle. I kind of want to slice it like this and see how deep in there that blue goes. That one, yeah, that's fascinating. This next one is a similar dark color, but I don't see any blue in it. And I haven't been able to get any light transfer, which makes me think this might be a black sapphire. I know those used to be found at Propst Farm pretty often, and they starred. This one, I'm already seeing some nice sheen on the front of it, so I might have to try to cab this one and see if I can get a star sapphire. This one's just cool. I like the two different colors, the tan on this side and the pink on this side. Those ones are always fun to facet and try to catch. So the last couple pieces I have from my collection were actually gifted to me. These two were from Thomas, who we spent the weekend digging with. Thank you very much. This one's super, super cool. I can see blue lines in there and the blue hexagon from that side. I haven't decided which way I want to facet it yet, but I think it's going to be awesome. I'll have to film a full video on that one. This one is also cool, and I see 3 colors in there. I see pink, white, and blue. It's a very fun shape. I'm sure I'll be able to do something cool with that. Now, do you guys remember that huge piece that Kai pulled at the end of day 2 of mining as we were leaving? I ended up leaving with that one, which I still can't believe. Thank you so much, Kai, if you are watching this. This is the most insane piece I have ever been given. I'm cutting a gem for him and for Thomas at some point. I don't do custom cutting orders too much, but for my friends who give me pieces like this, absolutely. It's got gorgeous, gorgeous blue in there. This whole face sheens. I am so happy. I think it's about 700 carats. Beautiful. Thank you, Kai. Next, I'll show a few of my dad's cool pieces. I love this one. This whole thing is a gemmy pink, and it's got steps. I love seeing all the different crystal orientations and specimen styles from Propst, and I haven't seen one with steps like this yet, especially at that size. That's just super cool. I also found 2 very nice tubes. This one I see blue on. Actually, lots of blue. Whoa! All throughout too. That one I'd probably slice into 3 pieces and facet. I think that there would be blue all throughout that, personally. This is another one of his that I love. Once again, it's got pink, blue, and white. It's got blue lines inside of there. It's long. You could cut probably 2 stones out if you felt like it. Kind of cut along that little fracture line. Just make 2 kind of flat stones. Yeah, very cool. Wow. I didn't realize how cool this one was actually until looking at it. That's got a pink ring, a blue ring, and a white core. That is a wild gem. The blue goes all the way through too. You can see it on the other side, which means that it will be deep enough to facet. This one is tough. I kind of wanted to show you guys this as an example because it's gray. It's silver gray, but it looks very blue out in the field. It's got a few flecks of blue in there, and it would probably still be cool to cut, but the whole thing isn't quite the blue that it looks like in the field. This one's also neat just because of how little you see this color, but that's fully tan sapphire. I still almost want to call it quartz even though I'm looking at that sheen and the hexagon shape. It's a little speck of blue in there. It kind of proves it's a sapphire. That is it for the outside filming. I'll take you guys inside and show you the colors of some of my favorite facetable ones. And some of the big ones too, because they've got some cool colors, surprisingly. Let's take a closer look at these pieces. I'm gonna start with this one again because even though it's my coolest specimen, it's also one of my gemmiest finds from this trip. The light goes so far into it. Oh my gosh. The color is beautiful the whole way through. You can even see the little blue spots. I mean, that is gorgeous. I'll never cut it, but it's cool to know that it's that gemmy. Man. Next is another specimen with really nice color. The light doesn't quite go as deep as it did in the last one, but it is a very, very pretty pink, especially for such a big piece. Another specimen with beautiful color and clarity. When I say clarity, I don't mean typical clear gem grade clarity. This will still be an opaque stone, but it'll be a very brightly colored opaque stone. Wow. This one I kind of just want to see if I can get the blue to light up. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Ooh, yeah. It's always so exciting. You guys know from even just this haul, it is tough to find big chunks of blue. This isn't a big chunk, but it's bright blue. This is gonna be another bright pink. Yeah. That color is so fun to find and to facet. Check out another blue, pink with blue. Very pretty pink with blue, wow. I can get this one to light up a little bit, but these multicolored ones are sometimes a bit harder to catch. That's such a huge chunk of blue, but the blue just, there it goes. It doesn't quite take light as well as the pink since the color is so much more saturated, but you can definitely see it there. And this is that awesome piece that Thomas gave me. Look at the lines. How wild. I'm trying hard to get it to catch that blue, but ooh. Take a look at Dad's big specimen piece from the trip. Wow. Also a very gemmy pink for a piece this huge. That is so interesting. I love how each little chunk on here lights up kind of individually. That's such a unique piece. I'm curious to see if I can get the blue on Kai's tube to light up. Peachy in there. You can see it. Oh, there it is. Gorgeous. This is another one that I don't think I can ever cut just because of the size, but I love to see that blue in there. This one is tiny, but super duper clear. I can't even put the light all the way up against it. It's so clear. That'll be a fun one to try to cut. I'll show you guys the black one just for good measure. It really is not taking light. I think I see a little pinpricks of red or orange in there, but compared to the way all those other stones were lighting up, like it is really, really dark. I'm very interested to see what that one turns out like. And that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing all my finds at the end. And I hope some of you decide to go check out Propst Farm. Leave any questions you have in the comments, and I will see you guys next Friday.